I have never been attracted to robots, but I think after this film, I think I fancy robots. I never thought I'd ever say that in my life. Apparently I do. So after watching the film Companion, my mind has been changed. I think I'm in love with a robot. My name is Wonderboy, and today we're going to be reviewing a film by the name of Companion. Companion is a movie that is technically going to be out on the 31st of January. I had the pleasure to go see that early via Scream Unseen, which is an opportunity to watch horror films early at Odeon Cinema. So I went there, had a great time, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and I'm going to give you some reasons why I've enjoyed it. I'll try my best to keep it as spoiler free as possible. Obviously I can't promise that some things won't be spoiled, but I'm going to try my absolute hardest to make sure that I don't spoil it for you. But off the get-go, just to give you a little bit of context, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Didn't watch the trailer, knew nothing really about the film, which, to be honest with you, I think has kind of worked out in my favour. I think it's made it more enjoyable, and the fact that the only thing I knew really was just the cast. I didn't really know what the film was about. I knew it was something to do with robots, but that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. And I think having that kind of mentality of going into something blind like this, I think it makes films a lot more enjoyable. I did the same with Barbarian as well. Didn't have a clue what that was about. Even halfway through the film, I still didn't know what I was on about, but I still enjoyed it. And I really did enjoy it. I was pleasantly surprised, as I say. So we're just going to get into it and kind of give you a little bit of a rundown. As I say, I'll try my best to keep it spoiler free. But I'm going to run you through the cast list. I'll run you through a little bit of information about the movie, give you a description and stuff, so you've got a little bit of context if you don't know what the film's about. So just as a little short description. A weekend getaway turns bloody and violent when a subservient android that's built for human companionship goes haywire. I think that's a pretty good description of the film, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's a little bit more in-depth than that. But that's pretty much the premise, to be honest with you. A robot that's meant to be a companion goes a bit haywire, and it goes from there. With the castings, you've got the main character who plays the robot, which is Iris. It's played by Sophie Thatcher. I think Sophie Thatcher did absolutely amazing within the film. I don't think I've seen anything with Sophie Thatcher in. Let me have a quick check, because I don't. Oh no, I'm lying. I have seen this something. She was in Maxine, wasn't she? She was in Heretic as well. I haven't seen that film yet, and that's one that I'd love to do for this series. And also The Boogeyman as well. I didn't watch The Boogeyman. But who does? She plays the FX artist. Yeah. I have seen. I'm lying. I have seen Sophie Thatcher and other things. But yeah, Sophie Thatcher does a great job of being the android, the robot. She was able to bring that kind of human aspect. Obviously, she is a human in real life, and also be able to kind of distinguish a little bit between kind of human and robot. So, as much as she acts human, you can still, see some kind of things in between that you can tell she's a robot. Jack Quaid, you might know him from The Boys, from Scream, some other things as well. I forgot, it's gone off the top of my head. Great actor again. I really like him in The Boys. He's one of my favourite characters from The Boys. In this film, he is a douchebag, and I think he plays them roles very, very well. He does it in Scream, he does it in The Boys, and he does it even more particularly well in Companion. Now, he is the boyfriend. He plays the boyfriend of Iris, the robot, and that's all you really need to know. As I say, I don't want to spoil it too much. I think Jack Quaid, so his character is called Josh in the film, I think Josh plays his role perfectly. So he's meant to be the boyfriend that you'd expect him to be. A man who loves robots, wants to use and abuse and make this robot do whatever he pleases, and does his role well. And throughout the film as well, obviously his demeanor changes. You can tell he's frustrated and angry, and I like him as an actor. I really do. I think he's a brilliant actor, and I think in particular this film, I think it's one of the strongest performances of his for me. Anyways, I think The Boys will always be number one. But if I had to rank, I'd put The Boys, Companion, and then Scream. Who else is in the film? Megan Suri. So these are some of the side characters. I think she's not in it. She's not in it. I wouldn't say she's in it for too much. She's quite an important character. All of them are. It's a very small cast as well, by the way. I think there's only like 7 or 8 actual people in the film, which again I love. If you watch my last video, what film was that? can't remember. What was it? I can't remember what the film was. But in that film, again, it was the same thing. Like, I love films with like small casts and kind of small like locations, so like one location films. But I think Megan, so Kat, her name's Kat in the film. I think Kat is I think it's a necessary character. I don't think she gets involved too much in the film. She's there purely for the plot point, and that's all that she's needed for. I think Megan Suri does a good job at that. You know, when you're watching the film, things start to add up a little bit more, and it's quite interesting watching that. Lucas Gage, I really like Lucas Gage. You might know him from Smile 2. He's the guy that smashes his head in with a weight, which is quite brutal in the film. It's probably one of the most gnarliest deaths in the film. I think he does a great job. I think he does a great job in this film. I'm not going to spoil too much of his character, but he plays Patrick. He nails Patrick's role throughout the film. Do I need to say more? I think he's going to be the next up-and-coming thing within horror films. He seems to be popping up here and there, and I think if he keeps going the way he's going to be in some of the biggest horror films in the next couple of years. So, good on him. I think he's doing brilliant. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Nails his roles. Any roles that I've watched him in, his job's a good one. And then the last kind of one I need to mention really is Harvey Gulen, or Goylan. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Again, really, really good actor. He's in What We Do in the Shadows. I know him from that. But again, really good actor, and I think he does his role in the film very well as well. I don't really need to say too much, but yeah, Drew Hancock. I don't believe he's actually directed a film before. I'm pretty sure this is his directed debut. You might know him in terms of writing wise though, however, from things such as Fred 3 and Blue Mountain State. Yeah, I don't really need to say too much more than that, but I'll tell you what, I think as a director, I think he does a class job at directing. I can't really say too much. I don't know what the budget was for the film or anything like that, but I think, honestly, I think the plot's class as well. Like, sorry, this has been a very kind of not really structured thing. I'm not even using my notes right now. I literally wrote down notes and everything. I think within the film itself, I think the plot, literally, as I said, it's basically a weekend getaway for this couple. So for Iris and for Josh, they get away to go to their friend's house, and that's where hell breaks loose. Watch it for yourself. I'm not going to spoil the plot or give you any context or anything like that to the plot, but I think the small setting and the small cast, I think, does it perfectly. I don't think you need any more characters. I can't even think of a scenario where you would want more characters, and I think it nails it. I really do think it nails it. But yeah, in terms of the pacing, I like to talk about pacing within the films. For me, I didn't feel like it was rushed at all. No, I didn't feel like it was too slow. I didn't feel like there was much I didn't feel like there was a lot of filler, which a lot of films, but especially horror films, you tend to get a lot of filler. For me, I didn't feel like there was a lot there. Obviously, there will always be filler in all films that you ever watch ever. But in this film, I don't think there was much filler, which was really nice. I thought the length of time that the film went by pretty quickly. I felt like I was in there for 5 minutes and I was out, and I like films that do that. I don't like films that feel like I'm just like wanting to check the time or anything, and that's good for me. In terms of the ending, because we'll hit that point now, because as I said, I don't want to spoil too much. The ending was good. Like, I don't know what else to say. The ending was good. I felt like there was definitely, I'm trying to like not spoil it. Yeah, the ending was good. I really enjoyed the ending. I think it was a little bit predictable. I'll give it that. You could kind of tell the direction where it was going, and the final third, you could kind of tell what was going to happen. But I like the start and I like the end, specifically like the actual start and end, because it literally starts where it ends and it ends where it starts. And it's the opening credits and stuff like that are beautiful. There's definitely some hints of kind of nods to films such as American Psycho, sorry. And there's definitely some nods to other films, but the film itself is very lighthearted. It's like a lighthearted horror. So don't go in thinking it's going to be super serious and stuff like that. You will laugh. It is funny. It is a funny film, and I think films like that are great, where you don't have to take it too seriously. And I think the comedy level of it is, it's not overpowering. It's not too funny. It's not too funny, but it also has the aspects of horror. It's almost like a brutal comedy, but the jokes are funny and the brutalities and the kills. That's my review. The most brutal comedy you'll ever watch ever. There you go. That's the title. But yeah, again, for me, overall summary, I'd give it a solid 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. A great film. If you want some more, oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Have you got any improvements for these kind of series? I like it when you comment, and I like it when you like and share these things. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do. But if you've got any improvements, would you like me to kind of do like a ranking system maybe, or would you like me to kind of add something editing wise, music, anything like that? Please let me know in the comments. But if not, let me know how good I'm doing. If not, let me know how bad I'm doing. I'll take all feedback, whether it's good or bad. But yeah, I really enjoyed the film. Sorry this was a bit of a ramble review. Again, I love these ramble reviews. I hope you do too. But what do you think of the film? If you haven't seen it already, let me know why. Because it's not out yet. That makes sense. Oh my god. That makes so much sense. Well, go watch it when it's out then. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which will be, well, the next review is Autopsy of Jane Doe, which will be out on Wednesdays or Thursdays. This is Wednesdays. This is Thursdays. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a Jane Doe by the toe. If it squeals, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're doing it on a Thursday. Thursday upload videos. That's when you're getting your videos on a Thursday now. So movie reviews will be out on a Thursday. I'm also looking to do some other content as well. So if you've got any other ideas, please let me know. I don't know why I went with Jane Doe during that thing. I think it's just purely because Jane Doe's the next one. So we will see you then. Catch you later. Bye bye.